Hi, hello everyone. Hello, my pretty darling. Welcome to my next live stream. So, if you guys remember, I did a live stream back in October when I did Halloween sketching for the speed drawing of Halloween. So now we're gonna do one for Christmas. So, hope you will enjoy it. Okay, let's start. Actually, if you guys remember the Halloween live stream, I kinda had no idea what I was going for because I didn't really have an image in my head. So now it's gonna be, hopefully, it's gonna went way better because I actually know what I wanna draw this time. So, without further ado, let's go. Okay, way too loud. Alright. Of course, it's gonna have to start with Duke's head because that's a great base for everything. Yes, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas in advance because when is Christmas actually? Is it on the 25th, I believe? I don't know. I hope you're all having a great time out there with your families and everything. I know I am. Actually, I'm having a great time. I mean, hopefully this time, if you guys remember, the last live stream I did didn't go out very well. My computer kept crashing. I don't know why, but so now I'm actually at my parents' house, and here the computer seems to be doing fine on live stream. I don't know, fingers crossed. But so far it's been going pretty great. Oh, and actually with this thing, I don't even have to reinvent Duke's outfit because I am gonna use the same thing he wore back last year when I made that picture for Facebook. So I have a reference for that one, but Missy, I'm gonna have to come up with something for her because I've never drawn a Christmas variation of Missy. So let's see how it goes. I mean, actually, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this sketch because I'm gonna only be doing this live stream for 2 hours because I have because I have other things I have to finish in the animation. I'm working on the 3rd chapter, as you all know, working hard. So I'm only gonna give myself 2 hours for this live stream and I'm gonna finish the rest afterwards. But who knows, maybe I will finish it in 2 hours. I've done crazier things in my days. Yes, eggs indeed, Hortex. Yeah, I'm gonna try answering. I'm gonna look at the chat every once in a while because I wanna stay focused on the drawing. I'm gonna try draw as much as I can, but if you guys gonna ask me a question, then hopefully I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna answer it. So feel free. I'm here for you. Yeah, it smells not creepy enough. Yes, it will be uploaded later as a speed drawing. Once I finish, this is just the sketching process. So once I'm finished with the sketching, I'm gonna upload it as a Christmas drawing a few days before Christmas, like I don't know, maybe December 23rd. Like I wanna upload it a few days before Christmas because of global timing and all. I mean, the Halloween one, I've uploaded like on right as Halloween was about to end, so I probably shouldn't have waited till the last minute to do it because especially like I know in Japan Halloween was already over when I uploaded. So I'm not gonna upload it like on Christmas Day. It's gonna be before that. I don't know, I feel it looked a lot creepier in my head. So I'm not gonna tell you what I'm drawing because I think it's way more fun for you to gradually find out what's gonna happen, but we can already tell it's gonna be a good one. Makes me so happy. I think I don't know if I'm gonna do another Q&A because I pretty much get the same questions I've already answered on my last Q&A. And like sometimes, I know I didn't answer everything. Sometimes I don't answer questions that will spoil what's gonna happen later in the series. So I think if I'm gonna say it now, then there's no point of seeing it afterwards. I mean, I want you to be nice and surprised when everything's happening. Right then. Now we should do this most sketchy. I mean, it is a sketch after all. I mean, I was never very good with doing sketches, I admit. I like to get down and dirty as soon as possible. Not a huge fan of the sketches, but I guess here it's kind of necessary. I'm gonna use the reference now. Okay. What was I gonna do with that? I definitely draw better digitally because I've been doing that for way longer, but back in college, I mean, once in a while we did have to use traditional techniques, so I can use traditional technique. I don't know, it's more comfortable using digitally. You have Control Z, what more can you ask for? I did love using colored pencils actually. So if I have to do something traditionally, it will either be colored pencils or acrylic paint. Those are the only two digital techniques. No, wait, those are the only two traditional techniques I like using. I mean, I've never been a huge fan of Copic. They just seem so complicated to me. And in general, I'm not a huge fan of doing like layered art, like layered coloring. I like to do more simple coloring, like cell shading and stuff. So I don't know if Copic or watercolor is for me really. Let's see. Actually, eventually I'm gonna do one of the clips. I'm gonna need to have a lot of characters in it. So I will ask if you have an OC you want to appear in it, like in the background. That would help a lot because starting to like design new characters out of nowhere, just gonna take a whole lot more time. And like that clip's not gonna be canon anyway, so I can put whatever I want in there. Okay. Right now I'm using the Intos 3 Wacom, even though I have a Cintiq back in my apartment. I have this, the Intos Wacom, I have it for like a decade, I believe. I got it in 2008 and it's been working great, I love it. But recently my brother got the bigger Cintiq, the 27-inch, I believe, so he gave me his old one, the 13-inch, so I have both now. I mean, at first I didn't really like the Cintiq at first, probably because I'm just a creature of habit. It's hard for me to get reaccustomed to new things. But now I think I can work fine with both of them. I love the fan arts that they are inspired by my animation. Like it's really overwhelming to see I inspire so many people and so many people want to draw my characters, and like I love all of them. Even if you think it's not good enough and I'm too embarrassed to share it, like please do. I like watching all of them. It's like every time it's like an experience. And I keep all of them in a nice little fan art folder, and I want to print them all and like hang all of them on my wall so I can look at them all the time because they're awesome. Let's see. It's gonna be one of those. Duke. Duke is that guy. Hope that answers your question. It's this person. I guess that's what you put on a tree. There's a star or something like. Oh my god, actually they should be holding a reverse star because it's like a pentagram. I mean, they are celebrating Gothic Christmas, so a black mass, if you will. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to flip it around. It's gonna be like that. We will get to Duke's backstory briefly because I don't want to give too much away. There's gonna be a bunch of them that will explain both of their backstories. I just don't want to get into it right now because, you know, spoilers. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a black star. It has to be all blackness. Yeah, I want to celebrate blackness too. It sounds way more fun. No, it has to be here. The upside down star. Oh, you. Yes, Missy is gonna sing. She already sang in the Fly Away map art. I mean, it was actually her voice. I mean, for this one. We will see. I mean, they share the same series together. I think she will have to get at least a few solo performances. Am I a good singer? I don't know. I think I'm an okay singer, but then again, I'm not all that objective. I sing a lot actually, because I like singing, because I like singing, and my family is like a family of musicians and such. So I sing a lot. I just don't. I think I'm average at singing. Why am I keep saying singing? English, man. Bleh. Singing, yes. I think I'm okay at singing. I mean, I really want to take some voice lessons, like to improve my voice, but honestly, I just don't have time for that. I'm literally working on animation 24/7. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll be back to you later. That looks weird. Yeah, sure, you can do whatever animation you want with my characters. I would love to see that. Actually, I do plan to do a map at some point, like, I don't know exactly when I'm gonna do it because I still have other things I'm working on. But I do wanna make like a Missy and Duke map to some song at some point. I can't get his hand right. It's so weird. Like someone once asked me how tall he is, and I'm like, I have no idea. He's definitely tall, but then again, we don't know how tall Missy is, so we can't really use her as a comparison. Let's just say that Missy is pretty tall. I mean, we've only ever saw her standing next to him, so he's not very a good comparison. But if you put her next to other girls her age, she's pretty tall. You can send me fan art in DeviantArt if you want. You can send fan art to my mail. I'm pretty sure my Facebook page has my mail, so you can send it to me there. And also, I've been wanting to open a PO box. I have to read about it, but I'm planning on doing that at some point. Okay, so there's that. Again, not very sketch-like, but not very good with the whole sketching thing. So his hand is way too large. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into the whole proportion things. I'm gonna fix that afterwards. Right now, just wanna get the majority of the drawing done, so you can see what I'm working on. Still too big. Yeah, let's talk about the yaoi hands. It's been a while since I've talked about yaoi. Why did I give him elf shoes? It's hard for me to imagine him actually wearing something like that. I mean, he's more dignified than that, I believe. Oh, I guess in Christmas you do wear a bunch of really weird, ugly sweaters, so I guess that's his version of it. Like you still have a stiletto heel. Like, even if he has slippers, he probably has slippers with stiletto heels. Yes, Missy is going to appear very soon, as soon as I'm finishing figuring out how to draw him, which is really weird and awkward. As usual. Let's look like this. I mean, you can't have a vampire Christmas if they aren't a pair. Yes, I want to do at some point like a short series of tutorials about how to animate, like how I animate, because there isn't really a right or wrong way to animate. Everyone's doing just what's better for them, I guess. Okay. So I'm just gonna show like the process I go through when I'm animating. Makes no sense. I would love to do a collaboration project with other animators. I just don't know that many animators. I mean, really, the first thing that got everyone's attention was kind of a collaboration project, the map thing. If it wasn't for the map, then no one would get to my channel. Yes, he puts the star on her head because do you know how expensive trees are nowadays? And besides, she's way easier to get to than to the top of a tree. I forgot to do the mistletoe. Yeah, there's a lot of really ugly, weirdly looking trees outside the castle. And besides, you have to keep them there for the scenery. You don't want to destroy your own trees. I mean, who knows? Maybe he planted them himself. I don't know if I'm almost done with the third chapter. It really depends on my day job. I'm still working on it. It's halfway done, but there's still a lot more to do. So what is she gonna be wearing? Ah. But if Missy is stronger than Duke, that's really open for interpretations. Really depends on the clip, I believe. And she was definitely not stronger than him in the night, but who knows? Yes, Missy's powers are slightly different than Duke's because, I mean, not going the Twilight route or anything, God forbid, but they're a little different in like their abilities. They basically have the same abilities, but they do differ from one another to give them more variety. So let's see. Yes, do start talking about how do you celebrate Christmas. I would love to hear that. I know I said once I like drawing hands, but I can't get her hand right this time. I mean, to be fair, probably isn't that matter because it's gonna be hidden at some point. I don't know. Yeah, they're still too big. Nope, I don't have I don't tend to use references when I draw, even though I probably should, and that's why I'm pretty sure all of my drawings are anatomically incorrect and and they have perspective problems. I'm just not a huge fan of references. I like drawing stuff from my head, and then it's easier to stylize them and make them more exaggerated. But I'm not against using references. Like if I have to draw something really specific, if I have to draw something really specific and for the life of me I have no idea how to do it, then yeah, I would resort to use a reference. I mean, usually I use myself as a reference because I never really got the whole wood dolls things. I know a lot of people use them, but I don't know, they never seem natural to me. They probably are, but I don't know. They look weird to me. What inspired me to do animation? Well, I did start off by drawing comics a lot. I used to draw comics ever since I was 13, pretty much to till I was 22, I guess. Like, I have a really long bad comic series I worked on for many, many years. And my brother is an animator, so I was introduced to the animation world when I was about, I don't know, I guess 13 years old or 15, but I never got into that. But then when I started college, all of the illustration class had animation class every semester. And then, I don't know, I really liked it. So I kept working. I put the comics aside for that time manner, and now I'm just doing animation. Because I can't do all of them, it takes too much time. I can do both of them. I hate drawing shoes. Right now I don't take classes. I only had all of my classes I had in college, but even then I can't really say it was due to the classes that I know how to animate, because they mostly taught us the basics, but from there you kind of have to teach yourself how to improve on your own. I mean, you have to keep doing animation on your free time, you have to keep studying principles, and a lot of the time it's just a matter of intuition. Like, you look at something moves, and because we're so used to see real stuff moving in real life, so you already, even though you don't know that yet, you already know the animation principles without studying them. You just look at your animation and you see if something doesn't look right, and then it's just a matter of trial and errors until you decide it looks good enough. That's basically what I do. I can't start animating and it just comes out perfect the first time. I'm doing like a test, and very rarely the first test will be perfect enough so I won't have to touch it. But then, so what happens is that I do a test and then I start going, oh wait, the hand doesn't look right, so I redraw the hand, and then I'm going, oh wait, the hair doesn't look right. So I basically have to redraw it many times until it looks fine enough, until it looks good enough for me. No, he's not drunk, but at some point I'm gonna do a clip one time where he is drunk. And it's gonna be more like an animation exercise, so I don't know if I'm gonna color it or anything, and yes, he's gonna be drunk. It's gonna be a really short one though. Yeah, she looks like a Christmas pudding, I think. I'm gonna leave it like that. All hail the pudding. No, she's not enjoying it, but you know, if you had to celebrate Christmas with that guy, I doubt you will enjoy it. Right? I mean, I know a lot of people like shipping them, and that's okay. I mean, I love watching those shipping drawings, but let's just say that at the moment they're not exactly a picturesque couple for many reasons. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go with the flow and make stuff up. I've got some time, why not? Just make stuff up. Yeah, legs look weird. Why do I need to shush? That's the whole point of the stream. Come on, draw. Okay. I have to figure out the whole shoe situation. Like, I don't mind reinventing weirdly semi-gothic clothes for them to wear. That stuff is kind of fun, even if I don't know one thing about goth. But shoes, why are shoes so difficult? Okay. Oh, it's not part of the dress anymore. Like, all of this time wasted. It's a Mismas tree. Oh, it's a Missi tree. I mean, I'm so glad they took the time, this time of the year where you're supposed to be celebrating with your loved ones and like coming together as a family. I like that they use it for some more power gameplays between them. Because that's what Christmas is all about. It looks weird. Where's it coming from? It's gonna have to be like gothic Christmas decoration, so I guess I can draw some pentagrams on them. What would goth be decorating a Christmas tree with? Yes, they would put bats on it. That is correct. I should put more bats everywhere. Yeah, bats, skulls, because Christmas and Halloween are pretty similar. We wouldn't have the Nightmare Before Christmas if we won't. Oh wait, can have those things. The jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, they're gonna look they're gonna look better after I outline them. Yeah, right now they're just like little symbols. Yeah, she's gonna have to have a cane sticking from somewhere. I would say about 25. I mean, she would move if she could, but they have like a bondage thing going on. What a great homage to the night. There you go. I mean, it kind of annoys me that that we won't be able to see her lovely outfit. Yeah, I guess she can hold the cane underneath all that. Yes, the Duke will have a backstory. It's gonna be a story. No, I can't tell you. I can't tell you what it's about. You're just gonna have to wait for it and see it yourself. It's gonna be on the second season, I believe. Yes, I'm gonna add a sidekick, but I'm not gonna tell you what it's gonna be yet. But you will see a glimpse of it before the third season, before the third chapter comes out. And it will appear in the third chapter. Briefly. Like, you're gonna have to really pay attention. Yeah, if you won't be careful, she's gonna break the cane because of how angry she is. It happened to me one time, and I accidentally once broke the light at my parents' house. I slammed it too hard. I'm not a violent person, honest. The cane is just gonna have to be self-explanatory. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a whole clip about it, but it's gonna be expanded on as soon as the fourth clip comes out. I mean, the fourth clip is gonna be really. This one will definitely have to be an explanation behind this clip because it's really psychological. So as soon as I'm releasing the fourth clip, which is about Missy, if you're wondering, I'm gonna have to also do like an explanation videos to make sure everyone's on the same level because it is kind of important to figure out what's going on there. Well, if the vampire is Christian, then yes, why not? sure Jewish vampires celebrate Hanukkah. Oops. I mean, they used to be people beforehand, didn't they? I mean, they might be vampires, but they're not monsters, and they still have to hang around with their families. If they're nice. I mean, pretty sure Duke doesn't like his family all that much. And yes, we'll get a glimpse of Duke's family at some point. Because there is to tell about them. One should wonder what happened in his life to make him the way he is. Okay, so this is definitely going way better than the Halloween one, which I've worked on for like 3 hours and I had no idea what I was doing. Although, to be fair, this is probably a way simpler drawing than the Halloween one. Doesn't have weird perspective and stuff. Just your normal, straightforward wrapping your not girlfriend as the Christmas tree. You know, typical stuff. Okay. It's gonna be a good time now to, if you guys didn't notice, last year I've done like an animation exercise for Christmas, which featuring Duke in that getup, but in animation form. So if you haven't checked it out yet, it's like, I don't know, it's like 14 seconds long. Now is a good time to check it out, and Merry Christmas, and I'm sorry for what you're about to see, unless you already saw it. In this case, I'm already apologizing, but you know, I was in a giddy mood that day. I used to really like Vocaloid. Now I haven't listened to it in like the longest time. I used to listen to it a lot when I served in the army. You know, because they go so hand in hand together. I don't know, I used to listen to it a lot, but not so much nowadays. I mean, I haven't seen anime for a long time actually. Used to watch a lot of it and just don't have the time anymore. Like I'm actually most of the music I'm listening to right now is basically mostly it's electro swing, and also I'm trying to find like all kinds of indie musicians like dark cabaret type singers, so I could incorporate them in my animation if I'm inspired. Like it's easier to work with smaller artists than like with big names. They would just never answer to you. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, thanks for reminding me. I want to do like a candy cane for him. He's not gonna use that because you know, but should be there at the very least. There you go. He can add it to his cane collection. It actually looks kind of weird. I might have to remove it. It's not coming out of his butt. It's coming out of his... Yeah, okay, it looks weird. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to give up on that one. And then I'm just gonna have to find. You know, it's cartoon logic. You know how sometimes character will magically create pockets out of thin air just so they could like pull something out of their pockets even though they clearly shouldn't be having pockets. Like I really like it when they did it in Ren and Stimpy and then they would just shove their hand into their skin and it would become a pocket. That's cartoon logic for you. Maybe it's not a usable. I mean, I don't know, maybe he buys a new candy cane every year. I don't know, I mean, if they're not planning to eat it, then who cares if it's rotting? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I actually I should probably do a little update about the whole Zodiac thing because I can't put it on the back burner for now because I don't know, I just didn't have that much time to do. I mean, I have been working a lot on what do you call it? Like the 4th season drawing because it was actually 4 drawings, so I didn't really have time to do anything else. I mean, I did animation too, just that for all the free time. I mean, that's why I didn't upload anything new for a while before the whole 4 seasons thing. Because it just took a lot of time to do that one piece. It was actually 4 drawings in one drawing. So yeah, it took kind of a long time. There you go. Now what do I want to do with that? So drawing is becoming a mess. Yeah, this time she's gonna have the net on her legs. Okay, so I have to see. Let's see what. Oh yeah, I forgot the presents. I don't know who these presents are for. If there's only the 2 of them, and they clearly aren't supposed to be bringing gifts to each other at this point. I don't know, just there for the atmosphere, I guess. Like they actually just buy presents to throw them to the garbage. Like, yeah, you got your gift, but you ain't getting that. What's creepy spring? Oh yeah, that. Oh god, clowns. Yeah, I'm kind of traumatized by clowns now, and not because of the reasons most people are traumatized by them, just that, yeah, I have a project in work right now with clowns, and it's kind of a mess, not gonna lie. But we'll get through it. We're always getting through it. Let's say we should. I haven't seen too many Christmas trees in my life. I should probably look at a reference. I know. When the dire times called for dire. Blah blah blah. Actions. Now that Pennywise dance wasn't scary. It was pretty funny. I mean, it was a lot funnier when Tim Curry was doing that because Tim Curry is awesome. But you know, gotta get what you can. You only get what you got. That sentence made no sense. Sorry. What do I want for Christmas? I want to finish the 3rd chapter. That's what I want for Christmas. Let's see. I think I may have to draw his hand again. Well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Duke is afraid of clowns because who's not afraid of clowns? In fact, I've read in, I don't know what was it, I heard somewhere that, oh yeah, I think it was in the John Oliver show about how more Americans are afraid of clowns than they are afraid of global warming. They're just bananas. Easter? Doesn't Easter has its own holiday? Have I not been paying attention? Do you put Easter eggs underneath the Christmas tree? Have I just never noticed? Oh, and by the way, I do want to make... Yeah, this is going to sound really ridiculous, and it's not going to happen this year for sure. Not going to have time to do that, but I want to do an Easter-related clip. Because there's a song I really want to use, and I think it's going to be a pretty funny clip. So I'm going to have to save it for next year, maybe, if I have the time. I would put werewolves in my story at some point, but it's not gonna be in the near future. Because vampires don't like werewolves. Don't they? I don't know. I don't know if you can hear the children screaming outside my window, but yeah, it happens. Okay, I wonder if I should put like... I wonder if I should pay attention to the background. Yeah, aren't you proud of him? He decorated her all by himself. You know, what decorations do we put on a Christmas tree? I am so far out. Far gone, far out, I know. Yeah, you can still be productive and listen to me. My infinite wisdom. You know, you can't be productive all the time. It's gonna kill you. That looks weird. I cannot draw ribbons. I've learned something today. Yeah, good enough. No, I don't live in America, unfortunately. I live in Israel. Although I do want to move to Canada because I think it's a pretty awesome country. Shout out to any Canadians out there. You guys are awesome. And also everyone else. You know what? Everyone's in this chat are awesome. How nice of you to give up your time and watch me do this drawing. So thank you all, you guys rock. I'm gonna have to... Sorry, I have to look at some Christmas trees, see if I'm missing something interesting. Something I could use as a reference. Let's see. Right, so it's gonna have to have some lights in it, obviously. It's gonna have to be like gothic like. How about I don't know, I can just put candles on her because fire hazard. Who cares about that? Yeah, it's gonna put some candles. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that Duke maybe wants to burn Missi alive. Although to be fair, it does make her look like a birthday cake and I'm not for that. And this is my cat. Hello there. Yeah, I know he sounds like he's in horrible pain, but he's not. He's really old and he's deaf, so he can't hear himself while he's meowing, so he has to do it extremely loud. Okay, some lights. I mean, it has to be a mess, right? She's tangled in it. Yeah, I don't think I can English today either. It is. My cat's name is Nicky. I believe if he's not 18 years old, he's definitely 15 years old. He's very old. He's the oldest cat we've ever had. Like every time whenever I go back to my apartment, I'm preparing myself that maybe I will never see him again. Because he could die at any time. At any moment. And I'll be devastated by that. I need some more of those things. It looks weird. I don't know if she lost a bet to Duke. She just stuck with him, and that's what they do to pass the time, I guess. And also, it's Christmas. We have to celebrate Christmas. This one gift didn't survive it, so it's a bit mangled. I'm gonna move that thing. Yes, this is gonna be a speed drawing after I'm done, and I'm gonna upload it hopefully on December 23rd, like right before Christmas. Right now I'm using Photoshop, and whenever I'm animating I'm using Flash. Although I do have to learn other programs because let's just say that Flash is not the ideal program for anything because it is pretty glitchy, and the only reason I'm using it is because I'm already used to it. Like I really would love to know Toon Boom because it's basically like the better version of Flash. No, I haven't put the whole 4-season thing on Twitter because I'm not at my house. I'm not at the apartment right now, and all of the files are back in my computer, back in the apartment. So as soon as I make it there, like I'm going back on Monday, I believe. Tuesday, Monday, something like that. So as soon as I'm going back to my apartment, I'm gonna upload all of them to Twitter, DeviantArt, I don't know. No, I don't have a boyfriend. You know why is it relevant, but I don't really have a time for a boyfriend right now because, you know, animation. Animation is a very demanding spouse. But yeah, just in case you want to know, still available. Sure, Missy likes Christmas. She just doesn't like Duke. So, you know, celebrating Christmas with him is not ideal for anybody. To be fair, okay, this is just a random question. If you had to celebrate Christmas with one of the Disney villains, any villain, who would that be? Like, who's gonna be the most fun to celebrate Christmas with? Wait, I'm gonna give you a few minutes to respond, and then I'm gonna give you my answer. The Grinch is a Christmas movie? I mean, no. Of course it's a Christmas. I mean, The Grinch is a Disney movie? I didn't know that. Well, I can see that Hades is at the top of the list, which is fair enough. I mean, he's definitely up there for me, but I'm gonna have to say my response would be Retigan from The Great Mouse Detective. Many people forget about this movie, but Retigan is like the best villain ever, in my opinion, and he's voiced by Vincent Price, which is awesome. And also, Retigan is like, he's a rat, so he's pretty small, so he's just fun enough to hang around with, but he's not big enough to do anything to you, so you're not gonna be in danger. And like, with Hades, it's kind of he's a god of death, so I don't know. Seems kind of risky. I mean, you don't wanna like make him angry, you know. This is gonna be fun coloring that. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen The Great Mouse Detective, go see it now. It's awesome, if only because of Red again. To be fair, it's kind of like House for kids. Like if Disney would have done House, this is what it would look like. And it does have a really awesome underline of gayness between the hero and the villain, which is really funny because they definitely didn't went for that, but they so clearly used to be boyfriends. I'm sorry. Disney can deny it how much they want. I'm like, no, they definitely used to be boyfriends and now they're just bitchy about it. Yeah, of course gayness is awesome. Gays are just magical people. I miss my gay BFF. I mean my college gay BFF. If you're listening to this, or if there's anyone here who knows him, please send him all my love because I miss him. I wonder what he's doing nowadays. Yeah, you are my gay... I miss me. You are my gay BFF now, but I'm talking about back when I was in college. I had a different gay BFF. And you are a magical creature too. I thought all gays are like, they're so awesome. All of them. Aside from that one guy from Hotel Hell. I can't even bring this up right now, but I don't have that much music in my music library. So, by the way, if any of you have like recommendations for music and stuff or playlist, I would love to listen to them because I definitely don't have enough. So sometimes I just listen to all kinds of Gordon Ramsay shows. So yes, I had to watch some of Hotel Hell once I was done with all the good shows. And there was this one hotel, I think it was like the first episode, where the owner was were a couple, and there were those two gay guys, and one of them was a giant prick. So he wasn't magical. But aside from that, pretty magical creatures. Okay, let's see. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much... I didn't miss anything on a Christmas tree. It really is just a bunch of lights and orbs, I believe. And I have those. I mean, I've added back... I can add some spider webs or something. Yeah, that'll brighten up. Yes, I know. I've heard of Fat Red definitely because the Fly Away map was with one of his songs. Just not really my taste, I believe. Ooh, googly eye spider. He's not real, he's a toy. I see a lot of fan arts. I don't know if I see less of them now, if it's because I didn't add anything new to the series in a while, or if it's because I've seen so, like, at first it all came in waves because it was all at once, so it was really overwhelming. And now I don't know, maybe I really do just see less of them, but now it's like I've gotten used to them because I check fan arts every day. I want to see all of them. It always saddens me to know that there are probably fan arts out there I will never see. So if you want to send me your fan arts, please do. I would love to see them. You can send to me on Facebook, on DeviantArt. You can put them on Twitter. Because right now all of the fan arts I found on Twitter, which are awesome, they are mostly from a Japanese community. And it's so sad that they write things and I can't read them because Google Translate doesn't work. I would love to know what they're talking about. And that's why I went back to study Japanese, because I used to know how to read in Japanese and then I just stopped practicing and I forgot. This one looks weird. There's no such thing as a terrible fan art. You guys don't understand how... I don't know if any of you have ever received fan arts for one of your creations, but you never see it as something terrible. Even if it is terrible, you're just so happy to see someone took the time to draw your own characters. So no matter how many fan arts I see, it never stops to amaze me. God, it doesn't look weird. I feel bad. All of these decoration things that Duke put on her kind of obscures her dress. I mean, I'm sure she works very hard on that dress. Or not, maybe it was the Kane's creation once again. But, I worked hard on her dress. I want people to see it. You see, Duke is... He's not nice, even in a meta thing. He knew I was working hard on that dress and he purposefully obscured her with this weird Christmas decoration. I'm sure of it. He's being mean to me and I created him. Yeah, maybe he's still angry about the fact that he died and I let him die at the night. Because I know a lot of people, I got a few comments about why can't I do the night again, except this time he won't die. And I'm I don't know, I just want to advance on the story. It just doesn't... I mean, that's just how it happened. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to kill him, but it had to be done. It had to be done to advance the story. I mean, if it's any consolation, if it makes you feel any better, he's gonna come back on the 3rd chapter and then he's there to stay. So you're gonna have plenty of him around. I mean, there are only 2 characters in the series, so it has to revolve around them all the time. Yeah, I guess there's gonna be guest appearances every once in a while. Lights. Yeah, no, Duke doesn't feel tall enough. I'm gonna have to make him taller. Yes, I have a whole bunch of projects. I mean, first of all, there's all the episodes I want to do in this series, and after that, and I have to continue developing the Cirque des Yachts series. And when all of this is done, or whenever I can find some free time, I could actually start working on the yaoi I've been planning on since I was 18. I mean, I doubt this yaoi is ever gonna happen, but I don't know, I just really want to draw it because, I don't know, I always wanted to draw a yaoi. Yeah, actually, I already started writing my yaoi back in the army, although, to be fair, back then I did it because I did so to piss off all the homophobic people that served with me, which unfortunately there were a lot of. So, like, it was my kind of way to take revenge on them and, like, to get them out of my office. I was just drawing yaoi all day long and then they would just avoid my office at all costs. And also one of the characters there was basically a gay male version of me. Like, he was my age, he was a graphic designer, he looked like me, only like a guy. So I was like, if I was in a yaoi, how would I act? So it was a lot of fun writing it, but I don't know, I looked at it a few years afterward and it just didn't look that great anymore, so I just scanned it and like destroyed all the files. Well, okay, I didn't destroy them, they're probably still out there, but I didn't publish it anywhere. So I'll probably just have them on my computer, on my backup or something. But I really want to do it again. I want to do the vampire thing more. I mean, if I could clone myself and just have a me for every type of project I want to do, that would be awesome. I would get so much done. Oh yeah, can you imagine how fun it was explaining to all the people I served with what yaoi is, because no one heard about it. Like, the mainstream in Israel don't know what it is. So they started like asking me what it is, and I was like, what, yaoi? It's like comics but of gay porn. And they were like, oh, so you mean like the Pink Panther and Mickey Mouse? And I was like, yes, exactly. I don't know if that's what they want, and I'm not judging them. You're right, one of his arms is longer. In fact, I think it happens most of the time with him. He's very unstable. Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me started on my military service because there's so much to tell. Oh boy, it's like a never-ending Pandora box. I mean, I already told the whole me slicing my foot open. So we all heard that story once. And there's just a whole bunch more that happened. Just not sure if I should talk about them right now. Actually, is there anything else I have to put in that drawing? Oh yes, the dying in the cold story. I mean, the time I had clinical death because it was too cold. Man, we all had a fun time with that one. You know, if you haven't experienced dying from cold yet, you should definitely check it out. Not really, it was horrible, but it is something that happened to me on one of my watches back in the military service because I forgot to grab my coat, and I had to sit for 4 hours in the winter without a coat, and in between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., which is like the coldest time, in the watchtower, which had no windows because they've all been broken. And there was like frost starting to build on the window frames. So yeah, it was pretty cold. Like, there was no snow or anything because it was still Israel. But I was in, in a swampy area of Israel, if that makes any sense. So all the steam that went out of the swamp, they just made a whole bunch of condensation and everything was just really cold, and I forgot my coat because I'm stupid. And long story short, they say they found me pretty much with my eyes wide open and my lips were blue and I was like not responding. I don't remember that, but maybe for a good reason. So yeah, that wasn't fun, and I hope it will never happen again. But the good thing that came from it is that now I'm pretty much immune to cold weather. But again, I probably have never experienced cold weather. I haven't seen snow in like years. But I haven't seen snow since I was 10. Sure, you can make a speed drawing of whatever you want. It's fan art. You can do what you want in a fan art. I mean, yeah, it is important to credit the people you do fan arts of, but I mean, people do fan arts all the time. So I don't mind. It's your art. My characters, your art. I mean, do you think people send Nintendo requests whenever they want to draw Pokemons? Okay, I shouldn't compare myself to Nintendo. That was a bit narcissistic of me, but as far as fan art's going, I don't mind. Do whatever you want with your fan art. Yeah, I hate heels. I actually had to buy heel shoes for when my cousin got married, and I wore them, tried to get up, and immediately fell. I couldn't even stand with those things, so we had no choice. They have to get me platform heels. I know, I don't understand how people can walk on stiletto heels. I couldn't even stand on them without falling over. Like, that takes some talent. Like Tim Curry in Rocky Horror Picture Show. Wow. Like, just for that, he deserved to be on the Hall of Fame. Well, everyone was wearing heels back there, but he totally owned that heel. Those heels. Whatever. Oh yeah, I wear Crocs all the time. So, I would make her wear Crocs, but it just doesn't fit the whole Christmas spirit. I mean, nothing says Christmas more than Crocs, right? And it's getting hot in here. Okay, I can see the whole voice thing. Does it still do it? Hmm. Well, yeah, that's because now I'm not talking. Have you tried refreshing? So it's working fine now. Of course. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about the whole problems my live streams are doing. I don't know why they do that. My computers just hate me. But anyway, I mean, pretty much done with this one, so I think I'm gonna end soon anyway. Don't think I have much more to add here. Oops. Just gonna do the window thing. No, I've never bought. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do the color and the outline now. I'm gonna save it for the speed drawing. And no, I've never broken anything. I've only sliced my foot open back when I was at the army. And everyone thought I died because I left trails of blood everywhere. No, I'm not French. Unfortunately, I don't know why everyone think I have a French accent. I mean, I know it's kind of weird, but I guess that's what Israeli accent sounds to those who don't know, who've never heard Israelis talk English before. This looks weird. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on the background later. Everybody wants to be French. Oh, speaking of which, you guys heard of Keke Flip Notes, the animation channel on YouTube? He's French, and he does like, I don't know why these the Flip Notes animation. These are awesome. Like he's an awesome animator. I can sing okay. Voltaire voiced the. I don't know if he did it. I mean, he didn't do it for me. I picked a bunch of songs from him, and that's his voice. Voltaire is Duke's voice. Yeah, it still looks weird. I hate doing backgrounds. They never come out right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure it out sometimes. I gotta start doing background practices, because I can't stay not knowing how to do backgrounds for the rest of my life. Yes, I have seen Ghost. It looks pretty awesome. It's a cutout animation. I actually wanna do what's it gonna be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's gonna be the fifth clip. The fifth clip is gonna be cutout animation. What I'm doing now is classic animation, and the fifth clip is gonna be a lot more similar to the ghost thing. Like it's gonna be twin animation, twin puppets, cutouts. I'm not gonna tell you what song it's gonna be, because to be fair, it has nothing to do with the rest of the story. But it's all gonna make sense in the end. You'll see. I know what I'm doing. Okay, he might be a bit too tall, actually. See, that's what happens when you don't know how tall your character is. What's gonna be Missy's voice? Isn't that an eternal question? Well, believe it or not, the answer is a lot more complicated than you think, and it will make more sense once the fourth clip comes along. The fourth clip will hopefully explain everything. Probably not, but hopefully will. And if it won't, I'm gonna do an explanation about it. Well, Missy is actually taller than the average girl. Just that Duke is like ridiculously tall, so you just don't see it. But if she stands next to other girls her age, she's gonna be way taller. Anyway, I think I'm done pretty much. Just gonna have to work on the background, but the background's gonna be like after the outlines and coloring and such. I'm gonna leave some room for the text. And my mom is back, so she's gonna make some noise. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. I know I am. And I'll see you in the speed drawing, or rather, I'll see you in the next live stream. Not sure when it's gonna be, but it's definitely gonna happen. So, thank you all so much. And I will see you later. Bye bye and stay scary.